If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. I'm talking about record time. I'm talking about, y'all know that stopwatch, that click, click. Quick, quick. I'm talking about this right here was one of the quickest arrests for a murder. I'm talking about in rap history. Usually it take years. Real homework, investigation, but not for these clowns. Not for these clowns. Because I'm talking about these boys right here. This must be their first time ever doing a hit, doing a drill, or a murder, whatever you want to call it. It must be their first time because I'm talking about they did everything wrong, and I'm glad they did everything wrong. Yeah, I am. These boys right here laid up here according to reports. These boys drove their cars or cars that can be connected to them all the way from Jacksonville, Florida to Tampa to kill Julio Foolio. Not only that though, these boys took their phones with them. The phones that they use every day. Not no burner phone or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Not a phone that they just use and they finna throw in the river later on or something like that or destroy it. This is the phone that they use every day. And y'all know what the FBI did? Y'all know what the police department did? They traced them boys. All the way coming from Florida. Traced them boys after the murder. Not Florida, but Jacksonville. And traced them boys all the way back from Tampa to Jacksonville using them license plate trackers. Yeah. Y'all don't think them things work or something? To all the gangbangers out there, all the criminals out there. The FBG Duck murder case ain't teach y'all nothing? Thought we was hood educated, not lame related. This ain't taught y'all nothing? That these peoples right here done got so cold-blooded with this thing. I'm talking about in fighting crime that they are tracking license plate numbers. Cold-blooded demonstration. But not only that, they got their phones. These boys' phones is pinging at the murder scene. These boys' phone is pinging all the way from Jacksonville, all the way to Tampa. I'm talking about, man, they got a clear cut. I'm talking about a visual of where they came from, where they started, and where they went. And you know what? What shook me the most, y'all, on everything, I'm not gonna lie, is that the police have video coverage, video footage of them tracing, following Julio Foolio the whole time that he was down there in Tampa. Everywhere he went, they followed him. Man, bro, and Julio, bro, I'm talking about, man, rest in peace to that young brother, but that night with all that drinking and stuff like that, it dulled his senses as a gangster, as a gang member. For those of you who've been in that type of life, y'all know we watch the rearview mirror. We stay in that rearview mirror. We seeing who behind us when we pulling up and pulling in, and we taking mental notes and pictures of cars like, hey man, that's the same car that pulled up the last time that we do these type of things. I'm talking about when you really in them streets and you gang banging. You do these type of things. I'm talking about we were so cold-blooded with the thing, we knew our ops license plate number. And the reason why we had to remember the license plate number is because back in the day, Chevys was the cars. You understand what I'm saying? So if you seen somebody in a Chevy and it's the wrong Chevy, you might end up blowing the wrong car down. So we had to remember the license plate number. Cold. But this is right here. This is what gangbangers do. And some people say, man, that's too much. But when you got your life on the line and people trying to kill you and you trying to kill people and stuff like that, that's easy homework. That's nothing. So I got to say, man, that's Julio Foolio was slipping, y'all. The whole night he was slipping. His homeboys was slipping. Look, y'all let these guys follow y'all from location to location, and y'all did not want to see these peoples. Cold-blooded. But it gets deeper, though. It gets way deeper than that. Because a lot of people are saying that one of the suspects that got arrested for the murder of Julio Foolio was kicking it with him the night he was killed. Somebody in the inside. The whole time they going this place, that place, hotel, whatever. This person is with him. We on our way going here. We finna go over here. He gonna be over here tonight. This the hotel he going to. Because according to police reports, they saying that when they ran up on that hotel, when they ran up on Julio Foolio and killed him, they parked their car across the street or across in another hotel. If it wasn't a hotel, but they said across the street. And ran from across the street all the way to that hotel where they knew exactly where he was going at and killed him. It's so cold-blooded, y'all, that they got brand new footage. I'm talking about this footage right here is the clearest footage I ever seen of any crime scene ever. And y'all know where this footage came from? A car. Look, criminals, give it up. These people investigated so cold about Julio Foolio's murder that they got camera footage from a Tesla. Yeah, you know them Tesla, them cars that be plugged up to them damn power sockets. Yeah, by the car, they was doing a lot of shooting by the Tesla. And I'm talking about, man, they got the camera footage clear as day. For those of you who ain't seen the video, y'all already know I got the video on my other channel over there, Too Raw for YouTube. Click the link in the comment section, and you go over there, get you a membership, and you can check that video out. I'm talking about clear as day. But not only that, I also got the video of the arrest. Because we got to understand, 3 people are arrested. 2 people are still on the run. You got the Murphy brothers. Both of them are still on the run. Now, according to police, both of the Murphys in the, what's that boy name? Not Chance, not the rapper guy, but Goat Right, you know, I think that's his last name. The light-skinned brother, Goat Right, them 3 are the killers. But the girl played her role in it. And look, this the cold-blooded part about everything, too. The girl, Alicia, the one that they got locked up for Julio Foolio's murder, that's Chance or Gutter Zay. That's his woman. They got arrested together. And this what blows my mind right here. According to what I'm getting, everybody down there in Florida is kind of shook about this whole thing. Everybody down there in Florida is like, who are these guys? Julio Foolio ain't never said nothing about these guys. Why are these guys right here upset at Julio Foolio? Of course, yeah, they connected to ATK, they connected to 1200, but Julio Foolio ain't never name these guys. A lot of people are like, these guys are no names except Gutter Zay because he's a rapper. But everybody else, the Murphy brothers, the girl Alicia, the Goat Right man, all these guys is unknown. So what does that tell us? Because we hood educated, not lane related. That tells us that somebody else up top, yeah, somebody else up top was probably doing like this. Hey, need you to go take care of that. And that's how that usually happens. Usually, if a guy's into it with some people, you know, like, okay, they killed him because he did that. They killed him because they beefing, they don't like each other and all that. They are saying that these people right here are unknowns. Don't nobody really know them like that. They don't even understand why they would be upset at Julio Foolio other than just gang affiliation. But is that enough to make a person travel all the way from Jacksonville to Tampa to kill him, knowing that he's still in Jacksonville anyway. He's still down there in Florida. This right here is the type of stuff that would have somebody that's who so-called a leader of a gang shaking in their boots. Because at that conference, I'm talking about, look, they did not shy away from this or nothing, but they named Youngn Ace. His name came up. And anybody that know, you do not want your name coming up in no murder. Yeah, okay, look, somebody got caught with a gun or it's a robbery or something. We can work with that right there. Yeah, they said your name came up, man. They think you own the gun. We can work with that. But a murder is... Why is my name coming up when people are being killed? Why is my name coming up when somebody like Julio Foolio has been killed? Let me explain to you why Youngn Ace's name keep coming up. Because law enforcement really believe him to be the leader of ATK. And if y'all know anything about federal RICO cases or even state RICO cases, if you've been following the Young Thug case, y'all should know by now that the leader of the gang ain't got to do nothing. The leader of the gang ain't got to kill none, stab none, shoot none, slap none, spit on none, take none. He ain't got to do nothing. It's just the simple fact that he's the leader. And everything that his soldiers do, they blame the leader for. So here it is. We got 3 people arrested, 2 on the run. All it takes is for one of them to start doing like this here. All it takes is for one of them to start doing this right here and to name Youngn Ace. It's over with. Cooked. They want him anyway. And being that they want him anyway, law enforcement might even cut a few corners, you know what I'm saying, just to get him. Because you got to understand something. That's the main target at the end of the day. Let's just be real here. We ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. For law enforcement, that right there is the main target. And law enforcement understand that once they get these small fry, like these guys that we really don't even know, we don't even know if these is battled criminals. We don't know if they well-rounded in their criminality. We don't know that. They are so unknown. So law enforcement understand that once they get these small fry like this here, they can apply that pressure on them. Hey, look, you looking at life. Yeah, you finna spend the rest of your life in prison because if somebody told you to do something, you don't even know this man. You know, they gonna start reasoning with them. And if they got kids, they gonna start talking about their children. You know, your child is never gonna grow up without your child. Somebody else is gonna raise your child. You know, look, you don't want that. You want to be home with your family, right? And all of a sudden, all that gangsterism just fall off of them. And they just be sitting there, yeah, man, I just want to go home. You know, I ain't never had a dad in my life. My mama used to be on drugs. They stole my bike when I was 5. I used to get bullied in school. All this other stuff, you know, other trauma started coming out. And now you looking at doing life in the penitentiary. Y'all know what's so cold-blooded, though? I got the body cam footage of the arrest of 3 of the suspects. Alicia Andrews, Isaiah Chance, and Sean Gothright. I can't pronounce that boy's last name, but you know, all 3 of them, I got the arrest footage. And they look like kids, they look so innocent. But the cold-blooded part about everything is this right here. Did not one of them ask law enforcement, hey, what is going on? Did not one of them say, hey man, what is this all about? Why y'all running up on me like this, man? Hold on, man, wait, call my lawyer. Ain't none of them do none of that. And if you hood educated and not lane related, you would understand why. Because them boys and that girl, they understand why the police is there. They know what they did. So internally, They snitching on themselves by not even asking a simple question that any reasonable person would be asking. Hey, wait a minute, man. What all these police doing out here, man? What y'all got? Man, what y'all arrested me? Where y'all warned at? Like, we want to know some things. What's going on? They ain't saying nothing. They just putting their hands up and putting their hands behind their back because they know. They know why they being arrested. They know what happened last month. That's why they ain't saying nothing. They know. And that girl, the one that they said that was kicking it with Julio Foolio that night, look, man, they finna get her in there. Man, look, they finna get her. Homicide detectives finna sit her down in that room. She young. You know you being charged with murder. Alicia Andrews, you know that we are charging you with murder. You want to spend the rest of your life in prison? She gonna break down crying. Then they gonna call her mama and her father, and her mother and her father gonna say, girl, just tell them everything. You don't want to go to jail for something you ain't do. You don't want to go to jail for... Look, let me tell you, young girl, something. This right here, you are not exempt from this right here happening to you when you engage in this street shit. When you engage in gangbang activity, this is what can happen, young women. You can find yourself sitting in the homicide office facing life in the penitentiary just for conspiring to get someone murdered. Just for participating to get somebody murdered. It's that simple. Look, you might be thinking to yourself, this goes for young men and women. I'm not the one doing the murder. I'm not pulling no triggers. But you got to understand something. If you help in any type of way, that's giving a ride, anything. If you help in any type of way and somebody ends up getting murdered, you might as well pull the gun out and shot the man yourself. That's how the law works. And some of y'all might say, nah. Well, here's the example. What did she do? All she did was, according to reports, was kick it at the party and drop his low every time he went somewhere. We over here. We doing this. Oh, they talking about he gonna stay night over here. She just giving information out. You see what I'm saying? So that's all it takes for you to be charged with first-degree murder. Don't be that person. Somebody try to get you involved in doing any type of criminal activity. You decline it. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, man. But I'm not in the murder game. I don't believe in getting people killed and stuff like that. Well, yeah, I'm a punk, soft. Call me all that you want to. But I'm going to be free, though, while y'all up in there, cooking ramen noodle dishes and stuff like that for the rest of your life. I'm going to be out here free, living my life. Now, allow me to say this before I depart. My hood-educated investigators down there in Jacksonville, I need y'all to get at me. Hit me on the Instagram, get in my DM. I got some questions for y'all because I'm going to dig real deep into this demonstration and I need some aid and assistance. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here, y'all. This is pathetic. Because here it is, I'm talking about, we got 5 young lives that are about to be destroyed. And out of these 5, more possibly, will be getting arrested for the murder of Julio Foolio. ATK as we know it. 1200 gang as we know it. This might be over with for y'all. This might be it. Because we got to understand something. Like I always said in all my videos, all those murders that happened in that war down there in Jacksonville, do y'all think that the police and the FBI has taken a blind eye and like, we don't see those murders, we only see Foolio murders? If you think that, you are dead wrong. If you think that. They want to know about all those murders that ATK has been bragging about. And all those songs that them boys been singing. They want to know about all those murders. The FBI is involved. This is not just a state case. The FBI is helping the state. They want to know about all those murders that Youngn and Ace be talking about. Yeah. No Hospital Gang that be talking about. That 1200 be talking about. They finna do a thorough investigation. Hey, look. What you know about this? Because them people that just got locked up, and I could be wrong, but they look like the weakest links. Even though they done killed somebody, scary, soft people kill people all the time. But they look like the weakest link. Hey, what you know about that murder that happened a couple of years ago? Oh, they said did that. I was right there. I was in the house. Look, they finna dig into these people. That girl, if this ain't her first time doing that, and she done did this multiple times, I'm talking about dropping people lows and stuff like that. Hey, when dude and them got killed last week, I was right there. I'm the one that dropped the low. Okay, let us give you immunity so you can tell us about all them killings. And the main thing, like I said, Youngn and Ace, man, brother. I'm talking about, man, I know you got the bubble guts, bruh. I know you in the house scared, terrified. I know you is. Because I would be. I'd be trying to get across that water somewhere, though. I'm a run. I don't know about y'all. Like, I'm talking about back in my day, we ran as far as we could. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, I got to get up out of here. I'm trying to get across that water. I'm talking about, I'm Pacific Ocean. I'm trying to get all across there. You understand? I'm talking about foreign land. I don't know the language or nothing. I'm trying to live in a hut somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Leave me alone for a few years. But Youngn and Ace, this is what happens. And not just Youngn and Ace though, but to all you brothers that want to be gang leaders and stuff like that, this is what happens. They come for the small guys, they get them, and then the small guys start telling on the big guys. And then before you know it, we have a federal RICO. And then before you know it, we have a state RICO. I'm gonna be following up on this case, man. I'm gonna dig deep into this demonstration because I want to see how this thing right here is gonna unfold. And when it do, I'm gonna unfold it with y'all. This is hood educated, not lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Now, before I depart, allow me to give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Allow me to give a shout out to Arthur Albee for the $25 cash app. Thank you. Easy Money for the $3 cash app. Thank you. Freddie Sutton for the $10 cash app. Thank you. J. Russ for the $20 cash app. Thank you. DJ South Taft for the $1 cash app. Thank you. And last but not least, Quady for the $10 cash app. This is hood educated, not lane related. Peace and love. And y'all take care of yourself out there.